Welcome back to Bed Sleep, where we eat, sleep, and talk football. I'm your host, Hospita.
Stewart.
Dolomite, the Levite, support of Liverpool.
So the Premier League continues to be a blockbuster. Every team is up for the fight. So when you go to the top 4 or top 6 performance this week, we saw a match: Manchester United versus Chelsea. They drew. Arsenal versus Leicester. They lost. Arsenal lost. Liverpool versus Sheffield. Liverpool won. Man City versus West Ham. They drew. And Spurs versus Burnley. Spurs won. So what are your reactions to those teams?
Starting with the Man United game, both teams came when they were heavily packed defensively. No team came to attack, though Man United were doing most of the attacking. They were more focused on not conceding goals rather than scoring goals to win their matches.
So as a Manchester United fan, or not affiliated to Manchester, do you believe that was a boring game?
It was not eventful, but it was also not boring.
But your team was attacking, but the consensus is that it was a boring game.
It was not boring. It was just uneventful.
Because you always say Arsenal games are boring.
Yes, just like the Leicester one.
Yeah, so what are your reactions? Manchester Chelsea draw.
I think Manchester Chelsea draw was a fair result for both teams. Neither of the teams deserved to win. They were not playing at their, I'd say, best, but good things are yet to come. Yeah.
Good things are yet to come for which team?
For Manchester United and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Both of the teams are about to do wonders. As we see from the Champions League games, I think the chemistry is coming to be.
Yeah. Manchester United played Leipzig yesterday in the Champions League. They won 5-0. Was it a spectacular match? Was it enjoyable, or they just got the goals because Leipzig decided they are going to sleep?
No. They did what Manchester United usually do.
What win game?
They score one goal early on the match. Then when it's near the 75th to 90th minute, they come and score like 3-4 goals in quick succession. Typical Man United.
Not typical. What about the Man U Chelsea game?
No, see, we are talking about something that happens regularly.
When was the last time it happened before yesterday's game?
When we played...
It is not a typical. What actually happened? Leipzig underwhelmed and Manchester United overperformed.
But no. Newcastle underwent the same thing that Leipzig.
Yeah, that 4-1. But that's another one.
Yeah, but that's typical Manchester United.
I think it's only those two games.
No.
Yeah, even last season when they were winning, that is the way they play. Even winning against PSG, they scored the goal to kill the game around 86 minutes.
Yeah.
Brighton. I think that is, I won't call it like how they play. I think the other teams just gave in.
Yeah, but as I always say, Manchester United play counter-attacking football. People say that Ole doesn't have a tactical philosophy. Yeah, and that is true, but he does have a style of playing. And it is counter-attack, and he has got the personnel that suit that game plan. So when teams get off Manchester United, they counter, and you're going to be beaten because they have got capable goal scorers, if not world class. Yeah. So Arsenal played Leicester. In the Sunday, it was a Sunday kickoff.
Yes, and if you have been keeping track, my theory is now 4-0. When your team plays on Sunday, terrible things happen. And also, again, in typical fashion, it was a boring game that we cannot deny. We can't say that Leicester were that good that they deserved to win. Personally, I think according to the performance, it should have been a draw, but I think Arsenal were caught napping by that one goal. Yeah.
I think it was a game that Arsenal actually lost. I think Leicester have been at their worst this couple of days. Vardy has had some sort of drought, and Arsenal found a way to giving back the confidence. It was Arsenal's games to lose, and I think I don't know what is wrong with Arsenal.
Yeah.
They were the better team.
The problem with Arsenal is the way you say, John. Usually, we have been having a problem with scoring goals at Arsenal. I used to think it is something that can be sorted over time, but I don't think the schedule that Arsenal has gets easier. That you can say it will be sorted out, because after Arsenal, you play after Leicester. The next game is Manchester United. After Manchester United, we go Aston Villa, we go Leeds, we go West Ham, and then we go Spurs. Eh? Not easy games. And in between, there are Europa games. But in the EPL, that is how the flow is. And now the problem is, if we do not sort the goal scoring situation, which I believe can be sorted easily by Aubameyang playing through the middle and also being given what do you call it, free reign, like free movement. He can move to either side of the pitch wherever he wants, like a typical 8 or 6 player. But as a center forward. But still, we have got good attack, but I'm not sure what our attacking philosophy is. We can defend other than the dreadful mistake made by Mustafi, because if he had tracked Vardy, we cannot say he could not have scored, but at least we can say it could have been avoided, because they at least score or to block the cross coming in. But Arsenal, for me, I call it an enigma. I'm not sure what the coach wants. He started defense, and I'm happy. But if he doesn't improve or allow us to win, he's going to end up in the places that Ole and Lampard are in, where if you lose, there's pressure, because people can only tolerate you so much. So we move on to Liverpool to Sheffield. Yeah, John, as a Liverpool fan, deserved win or lucky break?
I think it was a deserved win, that is all I can say. Especially from us, even though the people who I wanted to score never really scored or performed. And also I think it is a win we really need. Those are 3 points, because as you all know, Liverpool is going to have a tough run, especially since you've lost another centre back.
But Fabinho is not a centre back, but he's an apt
starting.
He's an apt replacement for Van Dijk in the
And
short term.
I know we are dealing with other. So yeah, I think we tried, but obviously Liverpool, we expect them to significantly win or dominate the game. So I think that game, most people thought we'd win by a couple of goals. Also seen by our Champions League performance.
Yeah.
Winning like barely winning. We are yet to find our foot in the game.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have been fortunate of late, since they have had a couple of injury problems, but they haven't really met a team that has brought the game to them. Though Sheffield tried, but eventually Liverpool showed their quality and came out on top. But if Liverpool encounter a team that brings the game to them, a top side, I think they will not survive with the
But we
injuries
have
that they
a
have.
couple of teams.
But Ajax brought the game.
Even
they
Leeds.
were unable to win.
Even Leeds.
But you can't say that Liverpool confidently won that game.
Yeah, but I'm
We
saying
confidently won that game.
the game has been brought. I'm saying
Yeah,
they can
I'm
withstand.
saying-
They can withstand pressure.
Yeah, I'm not refusing that. I'm just saying that if they meet a top side, a side in form,
Like
uh,
Leeds was a setting for.
yeah, if they like encounter Leeds right now,
How it was in form.
But it was the first game of the season.
I'm saying if Liverpool versus Leeds was to be played tomorrow, I don't think Liverpool will win.
Yeah, but I'm not a person that can put Liverpool out, because to assume
Yes.
that the loss of a defender means they are unable to compete is to not understand how Liverpool have
yes.
evolved towards what they are now. Because before they got Van Dijk, the problem was not that they were not winning games. The problem is they did not have enough. Yeah, they did not have enough to to win the league, and that required a keeper and a defender.
Yeah, that the issue I'm trying to put across is it's not that Liverpool cannot score goals. It's that they will concede more goals than they will score right now.
But
Ba-
however, we
based,
never
based,
conceded more goals.
based on what data?
Statistics.
Yeah, there's no data to prove it. So
No, as
I
in
think
their
Liverpool,
weekend
as
state.
of now, is still a enigma.
As in their weekend set before, because Van Dijk is the one that revolutionized Liverpool's defense. We have never really seen since Van Dijk came, we never really saw a Liverpool without Van Dijk. But what I'm basing it on is the Liverpool that was there before Van Dijk.
yeah, but also we cannot say they have a keeper who can organize the defense. So I want to see them lose rather than predict they will just go on a slope and just go down.
I'm not saying they will go down. I'm just saying they will have a tough road ahead.
Yeah, that's true. So we move on to Manchester City, West Ham. What are your thoughts? May I continue singing the praises of West Ham? West Ham, since they signed, I think, Bowen and Suchek in the January transfer window, they improved considering they won a lot of games. I think I forget the stats, but they have been on a run of form that is consistent, and you can also see them in the way they play that they are willing to bring the game, and they have the confidence to do that. But also there's also the enigma of Manchester City.
You can't understand.
Yeah, Manchester City plays horribly against West Ham. Plays Marseille in the Champions League, beats them. And considering Marseille played a very horrible game on their part, but they not play. The City did not like put in the shifts, the gears to even beat Marseille. It was then what I like to call the typical City game. If you come and relax, City is a top side. They will beat you. They will beat you, and they beat them with typical City play: ball wide across, tap in, or a cross in, and then it is scored. So I don't know what is happening with City. I can't say it's a clicking thing because they've got all, or at least the majority of all the players they need. So I don't know what City.
I think the problem with Man City is their forwards. Since right now Jesus and Aguero are out, and according to the analysis that have been done by professionals, in the past few games they have been over reliant on Aguero, and now he's out. So I think they are struggling, but City is not a team that can struggle for goals because they have goals everywhere. De Bruyne, Sterling, what's his name? Bernardo Silva. As in, they have quality in their team. I think they just need form.
But still, I don't know. They're in the same place where Liverpool is right now. You're not sure what is wrong with the Liverpool. Yeah? At least you can now point like they don't have a defense, but you're yet to see what is wrong. Why are they not playing that exhilarating football that they were playing? But well, yeah, we're yet to see. So Spurs, Burnley didn't get to see that much. So
It was, I think the scoreline doesn't do justice to that game because Spurs were attacking very hard. That game was more of Spurs versus Burnley's defense, and Spurs versus the post. But I give credit to Burnley for sticking it up to Tottenham, even though they couldn't keep up the pressure for the entire game. If you saw the goal they conceded, that was like pure outclassing them. Like that was like typical tactics. That thing, you can't make that up.
So Spurs are interesting because I saw even they shifted out Regulion and they still played a good game. So I still personally am still putting them in the top 4 unless something significantly changes within them. But they are balanced. A balanced team. They can play different formations. They can play the defensive formation. They can play the expansive football. And Kane and Son are still coming good. And I believe if either of them is not playing, I still know they have got players that can fill those roles. But Burnley, yet to win a game.
Yeah, so yeah.
Candidates to go down, or they will do the typical Burnley thing and just start winning games.
I think this season stuff is very tricky. But I think according to the way they have been playing, if the other times is that they start the seasons winning, then in the middle they go for a couple of games without winning. I think they just reversed the order. They might start winning, though they will survive the drop by a fraction.
Do you believe they're not in the same group with Fulham, West Brom?
I think Burnley are more of like Aston Villa last season.
So they're going to.
They have enough to keep. I think they will have enough over the progression of the season, enough to keep them up.
Okay. So, last time we had a discussion about the teams, whether English teams can win the Champions League. Yeah, in match day 2, all English teams won. I think by at least significant margins, the
Yeah.
teams that
They
played.
scored a total of 13 goals
Yeah.
and conceded none.
Yeah, so are we saying, my view is that they can leave the groups. That I'm sure every English team can leave the groups. But where in the knockout rounds are they going to reach? May put it at best semi-finals. Because if you the standard now is still Bayern Munich,
Burnley still
and
there.
still Bayern is still playing their game, still thrashing teams, and still has the flow that they had the last season.
And the depth.
So is there an English team as in the Champions League that can overcome on a good day, that can overcome Bayern Munich?
So I don't think in the Champions League right now there's any team that can beat Bayern Munich,
Manchester
because
City
I don't think Manchester City can beat Bayern Munich.
or Manchester United?
Manchester United is a tricky team, but I don't think even they have what it takes. I think the only way we'll get rid of Bayern is if they get unlucky in the draw and they are caught napping.
Unlucky how?
Unlucky. And which team, if nothing
Yeah.
can beat Bayern, what is unlucky
I
draw
think
for Bayern?
I still insist the best team.
If COVID comes and just like strikes.
Cancels the Champions League.
I think the best team the team that has the capability of beating Bayern is still Man City. Out of all the teams right now in the Champions League, because I think they have between I think the two teams that have the biggest depth in their team, it's Bayern and Man City. They have so many players, and I think Aguero is somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he's actually playing. De Bruyne is
He's
back.
injured right now.
Again.
He's injured again.
They
When
don't
did-
have the Aguero and Jesus right now.
Okay.
So they have De Bruyne. Yeah. So I think Man City are the best team, and if they won't meet between until the final, I think Man City is the team that is really capable.
And let's say
of
that
beating the final.
that is at the moment. Me personally, I don't feel there's any team that can overcome Bayern, even Manchester City, because I believe the teams that they have played, even in the Champions League group, they have got jokes. The teams they are playing, because Man City is not bringing its A game. It's bringing the typical City game that this is how they are going to play. So, my opinion is still that City cannot beat Bayern. But since the Champions League is usually a spectacle, they might maybe nick it if they meet. But as per performance, hard statistics, as per the moment, I don't believe there's any team that can beat Bayern.
How about the second best team in the Champions
Second,
League?
all the teams in the Champions League, which is the second best team.
Yeah. What do you think?
In terms of performance, we can only say Manchester United. Yeah, Manchester United is the second best in terms of performance. They have beaten big teams.
One big team.
Two.
Leipzig is not a big team. After
Leipzig is a big team.
after that game, no.
They are currently top of Bundesliga.
We don't
Yeah.
recognize.
Yeah, so they have beaten two big teams, or at least contenders in the group when they were seeded, they were put together. But I don't know. So far, I don't see a team that is at the par with Bayern, even second best. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see if there will be a difference when the match day 3 is played next week. So the Premier League moves on to game week, I believe 7. Game week 7. In the first, I think the prime match for that game week is Manchester United versus the Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which will be played on a Sunday. So 50-50. We can say Man United will win, but the game is being played on a Sunday. So
But you can also add that Arsenal has got a bad track record at Old Trafford.
but the match is big, on Sundays form and statistics do not matter. Gor Mahia can play Manchester United on a Sunday and win.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
But also Tottenham are playing on the same Sunday, so we do not know. The Sunday gods will tell us.
But we can if we remove speculations, what is your analysis? Are you as Manchester United going to win?
Considering David Luiz is a doubt and Mustafi is, for lack of a better word, just garbage. Odds are Manchester United are favorites to win, but also, last season, even though Man United beat all other top 6 teams, they could not come past Arsenal, so Arsenal can turn up their game. But also, I just stick by my theory. It's a Sunday. Nobody knows what will happen.
So you don't have favorites. Yes, Manchester United. So your team might lose, and me as an Arsenal fan, so my team might lose.
Yes, or we can say Tottenham will
But
lose.
let's ask a neutral fan. Well, neutral in quotes. A Liverpool fan.
Arsenal will win.
Or-
Clearly, that is not going by statistics or anything. When you go by statistics and by form and by favorites, obviously it's Manchester United. But I want Arsenal to win this game, please. Yeah, by only 2 goals, 2-0. So 0-2. But as a person who's analyzing the game, Manchester United will win this game at least 3-1. But what I want, 2-0. But Manchester United will win 3-1.
Yeah, but I believe Arteta sets his teams up in big matches. At least somehow they are defensive, that they cannot be broken down unless now silly mistakes start creeping into the game. Or, as has been noted in any game now we are playing, Arsenal will create chances, which is perplexing for me because the consensus in the Arsenal fan base is that we need a creative number 10 so that we can play the 4-3-3 formation or 4-2-3-1 formation. So this is always a biased game for me because I don't have much love for Manchester United and its fan base. So I want Arsenal to win, and I'm going to say Arsenal is going to win. But statistics from the past years will prove me wrong, but I still want Arsenal to win because I believe the noise that will come out from Manchester United fans, if Arsenal lost to Leicester and we were trolled more harshly than people that lost 7-2 and people that lost 1-6, then them beating us, we are not going to hear the end of it. But anyway, it will be an entertaining match. That match we can guarantee, not like Chelsea, Manchester United. So we have Liverpool facing West Ham.
As Peter said, West Ham are a very good team. I have since changed my stand. David Moyes, when he's on the touchline, they will draw. So, according to the theory that was placed, I was told that I cannot be biased against West Ham. I'm going for a draw, considering Liverpool is coming to this match a weekend team. West Ham are coming to this match a team in a good run of form. Ideally, I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, so I still have a problem with the fact that Liverpool, I cannot define Liverpool so far, but I can define West Ham. West Ham will bring the game more so than Sheffield brought the game. If Liverpool slip this time around, but I think Antonio, their top scorer, has got an injury, but at least they have got capable replacements in Gerard Bowen. So I think it will be a hard fought match unless they slip and Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane decide they are going to show them that they are still a big team. But so far, I believe, like Stuart has said, it will be a draw.
In my opinion, this will be one of those games where Liverpool will find a way to win the game. And I'm not talking as a Liverpool fan or as a biased, but I think Liverpool forwards are really hungry, and also I think the amount of work that will be done the midfield and also the strikers to be able to fill the clear in terms of the whole. West Ham will obviously be working on, which is our defense. Liverpool will win. It won't be a draw. It will win the first half and the second half. Expect goals from the first half.
So
I know it. And Salah at least will give me like a goal and an assist. But I see the player who is going to shine in this game will be Mane. I'm not taking anything away from West Ham. It's just that Liverpool will win this game.
So can you give us, with Fabinho out
Yeah.
and Van Dijk out, can you give us a Liverpool starting 11?
I think who played during who replaced? I think obviously be Gomez, Trent, and Robertson. Given
it is a kid called Williams that replaced.
I think in terms of our third defender, I think we have no other option.
I think
just to fill.
And Matip is injured.
Matip, I saw Matip is injured. Whatever.
Yeah, so
and our mid, I don't know if our captain will start this game. He hasn't been really starting our games per se.
But Klopp said that in the game against, I think, Midland, he was subbed at halftime.
So that he can
to manage the load.
So I think it's only our back that will be weird. In terms of our forwards, let's see. There's obviously Mane and Salah will start. Firmino, I think, is really loved by our.
But I don't think Firmino will start.
But I think he's really loved by our manager. I think he will start.
But Diogo Jota, did he play the full 90 minutes?
Yeah.
I think Firmino will start, but Jota will sub him. But I have a big feeling we'll need a lot of experience in our game.
Yeah.
So Firmino for Jota.
Because I believe the game that did you draw? The game that Henderson did not play and Van Dijk was injured.
I think it was the Everton, no?
Yeah, because they said that you lacked leadership without Van Dijk and without the captain. Or Van Dijk was there, but the captain tends to hold you together and tell you to stop at. No, it's the Aston Villa game. The captain did not play.
Or it is not the.
No, it's not the Everton game. The Aston Villa game. Henderson was not on the pitch. Yeah, but when he is, he tends to talk to his players and tells them to stand back without just constantly attacking as Liverpool did in that game. So you've said Liverpool win.
Yeah.
And it's not biased because you're Liverpool.
It's not biased because it's not like the Arsenal Man U one. That was biased.
Okay, so Man City face Sheffield.
Man City, De Bruyne is back, Laporte fit, Diaz fit. I think Man City will win that game by like 2 goals. Yes. Sheffield,
Have Sheffield been playing well this season?
They have not replicated their form from last season, but the game against Liverpool, they showed signs of improvement. But I don't think they have what it takes to overcome Man City. Though Man City are not in the best of form right now.
Didn't they beat Man City last season?
That was last season. We're in a new season. Then they are not playing like they did last season. They don't have what it takes.
I think this season is very bad for people who analyze the game, because obviously if it was last season, matches like Liverpool, Man City, what else? I think Leicester, Tottenham, you are sure they're going to win. But now when you come to this season, what you are sure about Man City is they will not lose the game. What you know Man City can do is win the game. But winning the game, I don't know what is wrong with Man City. Especially, I think, I don't know if it's because they don't have their fans, but Man City are clear favorites. But I cannot say they will win as Man City normally won, like 4-1, 5.
Yeah, we're not in
something.
a easy
Yeah, this
Premiership.
is quite a bad Premiership.
Yeah, because we predicted that Spurs should have
Exactly.
thumped.
We said it was
Burnley.
supposed to be the
Yeah.
clearest game.
Yeah, but we were stressed
Imagine.
in that game. So Sheffield might bring the game and City might lose. But if Laporte, as evidenced on Laporte plays, City tend to win and win big, because I don't think they have the burden of having to defend from the front, because they are sure their defenders can work the ball. So I'll go for Man City, but it will not be a clean sheet. Yeah, I believe Sheffield will score. So we have Spurs, Brighton.
Ideally, people will say Spurs, since Brighton haven't won a game this season. I think they only have 1 point from the matches they have played. But again, the match is on a Sunday, and my theory is still going on. So I think in an ideal world, it will be Spurs, but we're in 2020, and this is a game played on a Sunday, so I'm going Brighton and Lallana to score.
Based on what?
Based on that is
Sunday.
it's 2020 and it's on a Sunday.
I
Because in the global aspect,
Yeah.
2020 is just weird in every form. Like when it comes to football, across the leagues, nobody had predicted that Real Sociedad will be number one, Leipzig will be number one, Everton will be number one, and Sundays is a day of reckoning. So it's either Man U or Arsenal will reckon, or Tottenham.
Yeah, but we could have predicted Leipzig can be top of the
Yeah,
Bundesliga. They always do that. Them and Dortmund, and then at the turn of
especially when they meet head to head.
and at the turn of the year, Bayern just decides, well, it's our league, and they win. But I think Spurs are playing well, but you can also say Brighton are also playing well, even if they're not winning and not being stolen the game like Brighton, Man United.
Exactly that.
Yeah, they are playing well. Yeah, did Brighton not beat West Brom?
I think they haven't.
No, they drew 1-1.
They drew.
Nil. Or was it 1-1? They drew.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a funny thing. I feel cautious about predicting things, because I predicted that we are going to beat Leicester, and then I saw Stars.
I think I also predicted in beat Leicester.
Everybody was in consensus we are going to beat Leicester, and yet something turned out
Arsenal
strong.
themselves
So-
say they are not going to beat.
Yeah, so Spurs, Brighton, I will still go Spurs, because as long as Kane and Son are fit, you are assured they are going to score. Yeah, and either of them is going to assist the other to score. So the partnership is symbiotic. They are feeding off each other, and I believe they have sorted the defense. I think Højbjerg and Dombele in the middle are doing the job that needs to be done. So I'll go for Spurs.
Yeah, even me, great will be Spurs. Again, I'm going to risk a big score, because I need points from my captain.
For your fantasy team.
Yeah, I think Tottenham should win this game. It should be a no-brainer.
Yeah. So Chelsea, Burnley. So Chelsea for me is an enigma. I don't know. Chelsea are not losing,
Exactly.
but you cannot say they are playing. They're playing the best football that can be played, like based on the personnel that they have. Though they won against Krasnodar 4-0, but you see, you did not expect them to lose to Krasnodar. But but in the Premier League, there's a problem because Burnley doesn't have a win, and you see, as evidenced by the game against Spurs, Burnley can defend.
Yeah,
If they weathered the storm and at least they lost because of a good passage of play by Spurs, it means they can hold the ball. And I think Chelsea,
Considering they defended to, I think, the best striking so far
Yeah.
in EPL.
and also Chelsea has got the problem of playing teams that play in low blocks and also can defend well. Because when the only reason they drew with West Brom, as I was seeing the game, is West Brom ran out of steam. And so Burnley knows how to play in a low block. That is their key way, and they counter attack. So if they sleep, because their defense isn't the best, but they have a keeper that at least is up to par, they can be beaten. So me, I'm going to say, though this is biased, I'm going to say that Burnley are going to beat Chelsea.
From what? All you have said until then was Chelsea.
Chelsea hasn't proven anything.
Burnley defending.
Yeah. So Burnley can defend and counter attack and win. The same way Spurs brought the game and won with 1 goal.
I think Chelsea will win this game because I think, let us forget the fact that this season is a weird season. In terms of quality Chelsea has, I think they win. These are the type of games you just close your eyes and just wait for the result, which will be like 0-2 or 0.
So you cannot even
and
say they
I
will
think
draw.
They won't draw. They shouldn't draw.
They will not draw.
Hi, Burnley need to, I think they should be tired from the Tottenham game.
But they haven't played in midweek.
I leave.
So who
Even
should-
Chelsea never. If Chelsea won by 4 goals, they clearly never played.
But they
That
played.
was like a training for them. Chelsea are not supposed to score so many goals, in my opinion.
Why? They
Like-
have,
Because
they have got
they are not.
strikers.
They have
The fact
a
that
lot of-
they found that opportunity to score, it should be seen clearly from EPL. They need to work. Even Arsenal, when Arsenal wins a game by 5, will you say that game they really played?
Yeah.
Because you know Arsenal.
Arsenal isn't scoring.
Exactly.
So if we score
Chelsea-
5 goals,
Chelsea-
it means that we have actually
No,
worked
no.
hard.
It means the other team. I'm not going. I think Stuart had that view of Leeds.
Yeah.
I think it's the other team that never played. It's not that.
You know that Arsenal does not score, and then it scores by that.
Exactly. You think it's a training?
Or it clicked.
No.
Because they have played against teams that they should score,
all I'm
and they are not
saying-
scoring.
Chelsea have no excuse of playing midweek. It wasn't a tough game for them, and they'll win. They'll beat Burnley. At least 0-3, 0-2. Yeah, it's about time Wana continued his
Is-
quote-unquote form.
Yeah, so also we have match day
Yeah.
3 of the Champions League. So Manchester face Istanbul. Sijui
Have you-
Bakshi-
Başakşehir.
You haven't talked about the biggest game of the game week.
Which
Leeds
is?
game.
Leeds versus Leicester.
That I think it's bigger than even the Arsenal one.
It's not bigger than
In my own
Arsenal.
opinion,
Considering-
it will be
Even in your own opinion, it cannot be
I'm not
bigger.
saying bigger. I'm saying it will be more entertaining. That is what I'm saying.
Then that,
Yeah,
an argument
how
can be
about
made.
that, yeah.
but
That is a game
But
to
the
watch.
game against Leicester, even when you saw Arsenal and the run, you cannot say that Leicester beat Arsenal so convincingly that when they meet Leeds, that Leeds is going to now face a tough.
So you're
opponent.
saying Leeds is?
Leeds is going in against Leicester.
Oh yes, they are playing against Leicester, but
A bigger game is Everton is playing who?
They are playing. What is this game
Newcastle.
called? Newcastle.
Well,
But Everton have like 3 red cards, or is it 2? And plus Rodriguez is.
but exactly. You need to talk about Everton. What happened to Everton?
Their key players are missing.
which key players
which-
missed?
Rodriguez
He played against
He was
Southampton.
forced to enter the field because
I think
of
he was
No,
actually okay.
the manager said he trained, and
Yeah.
then we saw him on the
But
field.
he's
But
not-
you said he wasn't there.
He's not 100%.
I think he. No.
So we're making excuses for Everton.
No, I was in. We are.
Then
we are-
Arsenal is not scoring. That's why we're not.
No, as in these are like they are key players that were key in
I
their
think the
winning run are not there. Digne is out. Richarlison is out. Rodriguez is not 100%.
Rodriguez is in. Calvert, the best player, is in. What happened?
But Rodriguez is not 100%.
I think he was.
No, did you expect Southampton to beat Everton?
Exactly.
That is the important question.
I think that game, Everton were actually outplayed. From how I was beating into the game. I think they were actually outplayed.
Yeah.
It's not a matter of.
Yeah, and I still said the Everton defense has not been tested by anyone.
Oh, yeah, and you said that.
Yeah, because it is as if the midfield pivot of Dokure and Alan or Gomez keeps them safe, that nobody is coming at them. I think they lost concentration, and as Stuart likes
And I
to
think
say,
they're overconfident.
yeah, when Danny Ings is in the game, because he assisted both
yeah,
goals, you are going to suffer if you do not take him seriously. Yeah. So, do you believe Newcastle is going to be a hard game for Everton?
I think it will not be hard. It will be a challenging game. It will be like what defines winners. Like Liverpool, when they don't have key players, they can still struggle and win games. I think Everton have yet to define that part of themselves. When your key players in certain areas are not in, can you still win the games even though you have the quality players like in Calvert? Can they still win the games without Lucas? Can they still win the game without Richarlison? That is still yet to be proven.
But I think I will say it is going to be challenging or tough or difficult or
I think
whatever
so.
synonym that is there, because even in the game that they lost to Manchester United, you saw the misses that they had. Yeah? If you watch the game, you saw the misses that Newcastle had against Manchester United. That they are threatening, yeah? They are not scoring at times, but they are threatening. And they are going to bring the game because Saint Maximin is quite dangerous. They've got a capable striker in Wilson, Hendricks in the middle. If they just if Steve Bruce organizes them well, it is going to be, I won't say blockbuster, but they will bring the game to Everton. And Everton might lose again because we are not sure if they're okay psychologically from just continuously winning and then they just lose. So if you told me, I'll still go and Everton win, but I will be rooting for Newcastle because
I also be rooting for Newcastle. I think Everton have finally been exposed. I was also an Everton believer in terms of the win, but after that Southampton game, I think it has showed what the EPL is this season. Anything can happen. I think Everton was like the only unbeaten team in
the league,
and now they were beaten. I think in general.
Yeah, even in
because
Europe.
they don't play.
Yeah.
So I think Newcastle game will be a tough game. Hopefully it will be a draw. I don't want Everton to come back with a win.